FPC's breakdown of the report criteria, ensuring you are prepared to make next year's report a breeze to complete. So there are 3 basic components to our faculty reports: teaching, student mentoring, and service and administration. Our goal here is to make sure that all of us have our ducks already lined up in a row so that it's that much easier when it comes time for us to prepare this report. This begins by creating a folder, your Artifacts for Report folder. Within that folder, you should have 3 more: Artifacts for Teaching, Artifacts for Student Mentoring, and Artifacts for Service and Administration. These should live inside your main folder just to keep everything clean and organized. Teaching. What is it that we need to demonstrate we've done throughout the year? We need to include our class evaluations, which we do all now get digitally. We need to show currency in our discipline. We need to show our participation in the assurance of learning, whether this is through data submission, data analysis, online course development, and program revision. We need to show instructional innovation, innovative teaching strategies, workshops, training, novel teaching experiences. Even though this is optional, it does help if we can show some kind of scholarship. Student mentoring. Our interactions with students. Email is a great way to document how we work with students. Snapshots of our calendar showing all our appointments, scanned or digital pictures of letters or cards that we receive. Service and administration. First of all, we're looking for service to Brandman as a whole. Faculty meetings we've participated in, if we've graded comprehensive exams, different committees that we've served on for the whole. As well, we need to show service to our local campus. Events we've attended, external activities, campus meetings, and peer mentoring. For service and administration as well, we're looking at adjunct mentoring, meetings, orientations, going over the evals. For our community, we can look at leadership in any local organizations, professional presentations, any volunteering we do in the community, visiting practicum sites, relationships with discipline-specific organizations, and attending discipline-related meetings or events. So how does this work digitally? Well, as mentioned in the beginning, you want to start by creating folders now that you can start saving documents and emails. The easiest thing is to save as. Under File, in the upper left-hand corner of our computer screens, we always have the option to Save As. Save As allows us to keep a second copy of whatever it is we have open. You can save as any of your documents or emails into one of those folders that you've created for your artifacts. You can digitize hard copy materials like letters or papers that are given to you either by scanning, and every campus should have a scanner now, or if worse comes to worse, you can take a digital picture and use that as your submission. Most cell phones nowadays do allow you to take pictures, or you could use a digital camera. Again, our goal is to get all those ducks lined up in a row and make our lives easier. Have your artifacts for report and your 3 specific folders that go inside to keep everything organized. The report itself, a Word document. The template for this is posted in our FPC wiki, and a suggestion. That's all this is, a suggested template. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. You can create your own. But our goal is to offer you a tool that'll make it that much easier for you. This is not an official document. This is simply a suggested template. So, in the wiki, you can download this template. It begins with a cover page, faculty report, your name and degree, and the academic year. Your title page should clearly delineate what all the contents are. This one starts off with first teaching. You have a statement and then a breakdown of the courses you taught over the year and the number of students in each course. Then it gives the page numbers and it continues to break down. Student mentoring, service administration, and closing thoughts. So the format and flow of this digital report. My statement, teaching. Introductory paragraph, discussion of the courses, discuss your evals, talk about your currency in the discipline, and then break it down. What have you done for assurance of learning, instructional innovation, scholarship, etc., etc. On the next page, or let me put it this way, on a new page, list your artifacts for your teaching and number them. Number 1, teaching artifact 1 is blah. Teaching artifact 2 is blah. Make sure you number them cleanly and clearly and have them listed as such. Rename them as such so that for the person who has to print this out, they can just print them out and boom, they're all in a row. Artifact ideas for your teaching, emails, printed pages from PowerPoints you've made or reports, screenshots of online meetings, webinars, links to posted work samples, samples of student work. My statement for student mentoring. Always include an introductory paragraph. Remember, this is a narrative. And then give descriptions of the work and the interactions you've had with students over the academic year. Again, on a new page, list your artifacts. 1, boom. 2, boom. Artifact ideas for student mentoring, emails, scanned images or digital pictures of cards or letters received, your notes from conversations or phone calls with students. My statement, service administration, again an introductory paragraph, and then the same breakdown we've already discussed. First, Brandman as a whole, your local campus, adjunct mentoring, and then the community. Your service artifacts, again, numbered, and then a very brief explanation. You don't need to describe exactly what it is, but make it so that it's obvious what it is for the person printing it out and putting it in book form. Artifact ideas. Emails, scanned images or digital pictures of cards or letters received, notes, conversations, phone calls with peers, community members or leaders, screenshots of your calendar, PowerPoint presentations that you've given or attended, agendas from meetings attended, digital pictures of you at various sites and events. And please, it's strongly recommended that you include some closing thoughts, a summation, a personal reflection on the whole year, and then your thoughts about the future. How to list or name your artifacts. As was mentioned before, simply use a corresponding name and number. For example, for your very first teaching artifact, name it Teaching Artifact 1. Make sure, if it's an email or if it's some kind of printed document, that you type this name and number at the top of the artifact as well as naming it. And for the person printing this out, it makes it that much easier when they go and put it into book form for the deans to look at. Now, if you've got some PDFs or some pictures in there that you cannot actually open and put Teaching Artifact number 1 at the top, don't worry about it, but in your organizational structure, try and put those in between things that you are able to type the name and number at the top, just so again, for the person who prints it out and sticks it in the book, it's that much easier. So this final digital package of your report that you would turn in, it would basically be one folder with your name on it. And inside this folder, you would have your Word document, or you can make it a PDF if you prefer, of your faculty report. And then you should have your folders, your teaching artifacts folder, your student mentoring folder, your service and administration folder. Got it? One big folder with your name on it, and inside that folder is your Word doc and these other 3 folders that all have the specific artifacts that relate to them in there. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask any FPC representative for assistance. Our emails are posted for you on the wiki, and we are here to serve. Thank you.